24 in Lewis.
Melissa, Nadia, good morning.
Hello, how's it going?
Good,
Hi.
good. Well, look, we're very, honored to have you on this morning. We appreciate you calling in. Where are you calling from this morning?
I am calling from Queens, New York.
Oh,
Very nice.
So you're on our side of the world. You're on the East Coast. Yes.
Yes, indeed.
Very good. Very cool. Well, look. First off, congratulations on Star Trek. You got season 2, Star Trek: Strange New Worlds. You've also done some other things in your career. Common Charges. AMC's Dialing. You've been on that show. Billions and Homeland. And now, of course, your biggest role and what you're known for, Star Trek: Strange New Worlds. For people who, maybe Star Trek fans from back in the day, they didn't see season 1. Can you kind of give us a rundown, talk to us a little bit about Strange New Worlds, and then as we're going into season 2 as well?
Sure. So Strange New Worlds takes place in the years before the original series. So we have, some of those legacy characters that we all know and love. And then we have new characters like the character I play, Eric Ortegas, who's the helmsman of the Enterprise. But we're based on the Enterprise, so it's the starship that we all know. And our captain is Christopher Pike, who was at the head of the Enterprise before Captain Kirk took over.
Right.
So we have Spock, and we have Uhura, and we have Nurse Chapel, we have Dr. Mbenga. So for everyone who remembers the original series and still watches it, we have, all of that real devotion to canon. And we have this really kind of a perfect formula of characters that everyone is familiar with and knows what's going to happen with them in the future, but then we're putting them in situations that are brand new to audiences and with characters that they've never met before. So there's this nostalgic factor and also this we have no idea what's going to happen next factor that is really kind of driving the excitement behind our show, and we saw how well it all worked in season 1. Like we knew as the actors on it and as the crew working on it, we knew that we had something really special. But with a fandom like Star Trek, where our fans are so devoted and so knowledgeable about everything in the world, we were just like, we hope this resonates, and it did. And so now with season 2, we are continuing those adventures. It goes back to that weekly adventure monster every week formula that the original series did so well. So The great thing is that you kind of don't have to watch every episode back to back. You can watch episodes individually. And then there's also a serialized aspect that runs throughout. But you can definitely just kind of tune into any episode and then enjoy your way through it. But yeah, season 2 picks up where season 1 left off with everyone on the Enterprise. And if you have not watched it yet, what have you been doing?
Right. Now, look, I like the way that you guys do the show because my problem is sometimes time, and I get obsessed with, oh my God, I have to watch from beginning to end. Like I get obsessed with the shows, and I'm like, nope, got to start off with season 1, episode 1. Mm-hmm.
Right.
Nope, can't jump on like a new one until I go back, and then it jacks me all up, and I get mad, and I'm trying to get through all these shows, and it's like, oh my God, I can't. What's going on here?
Right.
No, but I like how you guys.
It's like it also I think when we came out, when we were announced, Strange New Worlds was announced kind of during the pandemic. And so much craziness is going on, and everyone was looking to stories was done throughout all of time. You look to stories for entertainment and for release and for something to take you away from the madness going on around you. And so Strange New Worlds just really is like this comfort show, but also one that explores stories of ethics and the future and what is possible and humanity. And so you get this story within an episode that speaks to so much more.
Yeah.
But you can watch it and you can watch it over and over again. You get different things about it each time. And so whatever we're doing works. I mean, I know what we're doing, but it has come at this time in our world that I think we really needed a show like this, and I'm happy to be a part of it.
Well, look, it's on Paramount Plus, season 2. on Thursday. I mean, definitely looking forward to it. Again, you can pick up and you can watch, even if you didn't see every episode in season 1. I know a lot of people did, but even if you didn't, you pick up, watch season 2, you're good to go. And how is it being a part of, like, I mean, I already know kind of what I know what you're going to say, but how is it being a part of just such a monster like Star Trek? I mean, I remember
huge.
as a kid, you had Dr. Spock, Captain Kirk, and all that, and then they came out, and I was like young, like when the reruns used to come on and all that, and then as you were, I'm sure you're probably younger than me, so. And then the Next Generation came out, and then that was the thing, and then now you guys are like, just kind of bringing it back, even though it's taking place before that. You guys are like doing this as a new series. Like, I mean, it's got to be surreal being a part of like a series like with such a cult following. I always talk about it like a cult following.
Yeah. I mean, The Next Generation was the show that I watched growing up, and people ask me, were you a Trekkie? And I'd say, well, now I'm a Trekkie for sure, because this is my life now. But growing up, I wouldn't have called myself a Trekkie, but I watched Star Trek. I knew the characters on The Next Generation. To me, the opening of The Next Generation with Patrick Stewart's voice, Captain Jean-Luc Picard, talking about space, the final frontier. Like, to me, that's still one of the best openings of any TV show, and second only now to our own.
Absolutely,
the music and the opening is pretty incredible. But for season 2 coming up, we have one of our directors is Jonathan Frakes, who played Commander Riker, and is this huge powerhouse in the world of Star Trek. And so to be on the bridge of the Enterprise, listening to Jonathan Frakes, tell me what to do, or was just a very, like, surreal moment. And I'm like, how is this happening? This
right.
is the guy I watched on TV growing up, and, I would watch him do all these things in space, and here I am now doing things in space myself, and he's telling me what to do. Like, it's, there's, at no point is this ever going to get, like, normal, I don't
think. Right.
And that's going to keep me grounded and keep the crew, who's as wonderful as, I keep telling fans, as wonderful as they, think all the characters are, like the people behind them, the actors behind them, they're really just incredible human beings inside and out, and also really they're all just really good-looking, awesome actors. And so we've put together just an extraordinary cast, and I'm fortunate to be a part of it.
Melissa Nadia, of course, you are on Paramount Plus's massively successful Star Trek: Strange New Worlds season 2. People want to follow you on social media. How can they do that?
They can find me on Twitter and Instagram. I'm pretty active because I know the fans are very active, and so I try to keep communication going because the fans are awesome. So yeah, Twitter and Instagram is the best way to reach me and then see what I'm up to. And if you send me messages, I might not be able to get back to you, but I do see them. So thank you to everyone who sends me things.
Lieutenant Erica, thank you so much for checking in.
Thank you so much.
Yeah, we appreciate it.
Thank you, guys.
Have a great day.
Enjoy the show.
Thank you. We will. Can't wait.